What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Mr. Euphonium, and here we are in Planet Coaster 2, and I'm showing you this mountain coaster that I'm working on. So, probably gonna name this something after a goat, or something like a eagle or something. Maybe a bald eagle, harpy eagle, or a billy goat. But this is what we're working with, a massive mountain that I built. And a massive coaster on that mountain. This mountain changes so often because that's what the world does. It changes. Things change inside of it. So here is my latest mountain coaster, and it is a B&M invert. Good amount of G's, good amount of speed, and we're really not too far down from where we dropped at the beginning, which is really good because here is the next drop. Gives you a little bit more speed, which isn't saying much because you're already going really fast. Gives you a chance to slow down at the top of that inversion and a roll here to a corner. This is going to be like one of those coasters that if you're afraid of coasters, you definitely should not get on it. You will regret it the moment you're at the top of the lift hill. It's so high off the ground. And when you're in this part of the coaster, you really don't even see how tall you are or how high you are. I'll probably make a section that really shows, maybe right there where that water is, that shows the ground level. So you can just really get a grasp of how high you are off the ground. You almost forget which way's up and which way's down at some points. I'll do a part right here where it has the ground over top of it, so that way you forget which way is up and which way is down. That's really cool. Oh, right there. Okay, I see exactly what I'll do. I'll just exit out of this before I even forget it. Right here, I'll make the ground extend, and you'll see ground beneath you and on top of you, and you'll be like, what the heck is going on? And I think that'll make for a really good thumbnail as well. So, watch. You'll see what I'm talking about. Oh, I wish I could place water upside down. That would be really cool. Like some King Kong type stuff. This is going to be my King Kong coaster. Okay, that makes sense. I think it was King Kong versus Godzilla where they took us to like his homeland. I'm pretty sure I could place trees upside down if I attach the scenery to a surface. Okay, and let's see if we can do it. Align to surface is definitely on, but I don't know if it's going to do it. Yeah, it's doing it up there, which isn't bad. But I want it to be upside down, literally aligning to the surface. Let's see. What button is it again? This one. Yeah. Okay.
WSG.
What's up, man? What's good? How you feeling?
Loving the TTS. Good
TTS?
HBU.
Pretty good. Hope you enjoyed your Thanksgiving. That's like such a random tree placement, but this element is supposed to make you feel like
Your
you're.
voice low.
This element is supposed to make you feel like you're all out of whack. Yeah, my voice is gonna sound weird. It's really cold here. Um, let's see. Where is it right now? Oh, it's over here. Okay, so let's not even mess with this part of the mountain just yet. But um, we said,
I have a question. Should I be a Planco 2 YouTuber or what I was doing, the Roblox equivalent?
hmm, I don't really know. I don't know much about Roblox. So, is it really popular on YouTube in
Because it was
comparison
just
to?
fun.
I feel like that's too bright down there. We'll do it in the more
It's
interior
like
place.
Planco 2 but worse.
Mm, yeah, I'd do Planet Coaster if it's better. Better games always win.
But easier.
Oh, easier. Okay. Hmm.
True.
I think if it's better, it's still better than being easier. Usually they're better and harder no matter what. Like any type of thing you use. The harder version's always better.
It's like Minecraft and Planco 2 combined.
Oh, that sounds quite interesting, actually.
But without scenery brush.
Hmm. Yeah, I'd still go with Planet Coaster 2 then. I mean, if I wanted to, I could technically build coasters in Minecraft. I did it before, but I'd rather not because I have this game. I think it's just better to use games that are designed specifically for whatever you want to do. It's kind of like going to a burger shop and ordering sushi, you know? I'm sure their sushi is great, but you can just go to a sushi shop and get sushi. Why go to a burger shop and get sushi? Or vice versa. Why go to a sushi shop and get a burger? So,
WSG. But without scenery brush. Okay. Fair. Another question, how is height measured on a coaster? From sea level? From highest to lowest?
Height on the coaster is measured based on two different things. Based on the distance between the coaster and the ground level, like the ground directly beneath it, it wouldn't be that ground level. It would be the ground directly beneath it, no matter what, or based on the original sea level in the game. And the way you trigger that is you edit the coaster and you'll see the height markers. And it says terrain relative, which is, you can see it's 32 feet from here until there. 50 feet or 60 feet, that same distance.
So Hyperia could technically be another few hundred feet tall.
Right. If this coaster were based on sea level,
From sea level.
look at this, 781 feet. Some coasters, for example, like in Colorado, those coasters, even without the station being super low, would be like 7,000 feet based on the sea level. 7,000 feet tall. Because they're in the mountains. Here, I'll get another POV for you guys.
What is your favorite coaster?
Favorite coaster is Intimidator 305. How about yours? That's why I build so many forceful coasters like this. Everybody who watches the POVs without any context, they're always like, the lats are so strong, it's too intense. And I'm like at home smiling because I love these type of coasters, the really intense ones. Ooh, the Smiler's a really good one. I haven't ridden it, but I'm pretty sure I would like it. Thanks. I built so many coasters on this mountain, but this is the coaster that I changed the mountain for the most. I added a whole new section to the mountain, like an interior cave. You see how we're like inside of it right now? This is a lot newer parts of the coaster, so it's a little bit rougher, but it's all gonna get fixed. And it's really fast compared to what we just came from. And then watch this drop right here. I'll probably add a roll onto it. Sheesh. And this part I actually haven't tested yet. Oh yeah, that's exactly what we're going for. It's supposed to make you feel like you don't know which way's up and which way's down. Because the ground is like above you. If I pause that, I can get a really good picture of the ground beneath you and above you. Jeez, I can't talk right now. I'm kind of tired and I need some water. But I had a few thoughts for the name of this coaster, but I don't know. I'm thinking of just leaving it nameless for now, so I can think of it more as I build.
Does it suddenly become midnight? I turned on YouTube and said one last video at 10 p.m.
Jeez. Wow. How does it feel being so far ahead in time? Are many of the YouTubers that you watch um, in your part of the world? Do they post videos based on?
I'll tell you the logo numbers.
I'll tell you the logo. Do many of your favorite YouTubers post videos when you're awake, or do they post them, based on American time zones? Well, I don't really even know where you are. I think Ireland.
Loto.
Ah, makes more sense.
Other than Digital Dan American.
Mm, awesome. Let's extend this just a little bit more.
Sometimes you have to think, what would happen if the Smiler never crashed?
Wait, the Smiler crashed? Hmm. What do you think would happen if the Smiler never crashed? I didn't know it crashed.
2015.
Oh. Hmm.
Two people lost their legs.
Oh my goodness. I
One
would,
leg each. Leg.
I'd be so devastated. Something that you love so much cost you your legs? Or one leg each? Gee, I would never, oh my goodness, I would never be able to go near any type of machinery again. I'd be so traumatized. Just moving pieces on machinery would probably freak me out after that. Uh, Trying to figure out if I want to lift up some of this area here of the mountain. Hmm.
WSG. I'm going to Towers in 2025 on the exact month and the exact day. And I'm gonna ride Smiler at 1 p.m. when it crashed. What do you say to the ride ops? What happened 10 years ago?
Oh my goodness. Well, the write-ups, I wonder if they'll even know. Like, I wonder if they educate their employees on the park's history, or if they only do that for the people who work in.
Probably.
Oh, okay, good.
It made UK news.
Sheesh. I remember at my home park, um, what ride was it? Uh, I think it was called Two Face. Two Face, Scarface, something like that. But it was, I think, a invert coaster, and it was one of these. I forget the name, but I'll show you what it is. Yeah, it was one of these. I'm sure they have a blueprint, actually. Watch. At my home park, Six Flags America, I remember them saying something about someone getting really, really hurt on a ride like this. I think it was called Two-Face. I think someone like lost a leg, or either their leg or their head, I think. I'll have to look back and see about it because I was really little when I heard about it. This was actually
Every
before
coaster
I
has
was
something
even.
happen. It's character building.
Oh my goodness, character building. It was removed before I was even tall enough to ride coasters. Just to tell you how long ago that was. Before I was tall enough to ride metal coasters, I mean. I could ride the wooden ones back then.
Have you heard of Ride Sims 2?
I think I have, but I don't think I've watched any videos on it or anything. Planet Coaster 2 has been really my only obsession as of lately,
The
especially
Simulator
since
2
there's
SST
no
lets you operate
City
coasters.
Skylines 2 for PlayStation. Oh, really? That's really
I
awesome.
keep messaging them to add King Deca. Since it is gone,
Is it on console as well? Do you know?
we need to remember the king.
We do need to remember the king. Here, while you're here, I'll show you one of my completed coasters that I built on the same mountain, but the mountain is actually a little bit different. You'll see the shape is different. There's no cave or anything on this one. I actually built 3 completed coasters so far on
Ride
this.
Sims is a website.
See, the whole cave system is not here anymore. But I'll give you a ride on this one. Oh, it's a website. Oh, that's really awesome.
Just
If it's a
search it.
website and it
You'll
lets
learn
you do
about
that?
Love Console. But phone it works on. Hey.
Wow. A website lets you operate wolf rides. Sorry, I'm like glitching right now because I'm trying to see something and my screen is glitching. Alright, here we go, guys. Mountain Coaster POV. Let's do the looking forward view.
Did you check my theme park?
No, I haven't checked it yet. I'm trying to build some mountain coasters. Check this one out. This one is the Avatar theme based on the Avatar movie. Remember that creature that he was riding when he got to their planet? Their planet was called Pandora.
Planko 1 or Planko 2?
Planet Coaster 2 is definitely better. Once you get used to the game mechanics, it's a lot better. Night and day. But there's a lot of things that need to be fixed. A lot of things that are missing.
Theme song.
Oh, the theme song. Planet Coaster 1 probably has the best theme song. But Planet Coaster 2 has the better soundtrack, like the background music. It's so good. Some of it is so groovy. I don't let it play in the background anymore because for some reason I got a copyright strike. on a video using the game's soundtrack, which is really weird. Why would they do that? Not copyright strike, but copyright claim. Can you guys guess how many feet long this coaster is? We're not done yet. Shoots us back up the mountain.
Guessed with the train. You haven't played Planet Coaster. Bonus points if it's launched.
Okay. Wait. The comment cut off on my screen. Give me a second.
You haven't hit guests with a coaster.
Ah. You know what? I don't think I have yet. There's a possibility, though. Man, this coaster is long. Anybody guess how long in feet it is? It's longer than the song that's playing in the background. Just let that sink in.
Use a launched coaster and send them into a pool. They start swimming, so they should be happy. Free pool pass.
No pool pass. This coaster is
Hey,
10K. Good guess. But just look at how long this thing is. We're getting closer, 10.1K. Just look at how much track there is. I think because it's blue, it's harder to see, but let me highlight it.
20K.
20K, you're getting a lot closer than you previously were. Actually, you're like right on the money. I'll reveal it. Are you ready? This coaster is 20,232 feet. Dun, dun, dun. Now it says, here's what is kind of confusing when it comes to coaster height. This coaster is, of course, extremely tall. I mean, just look at this. But the biggest drop,
Bad. It exceeds G-force limits.
yeah, it does. Right there. But the biggest drop is 247 feet. Oh my goodness, yeah, it does exceed the limits, actually. I just noticed that. This is definitely a more extreme version of the real coaster that was here. So I have 3 coasters that have the same layout. They're just different. So this is the wooden version, this is the RMC version, and this is the launch version. I'll show you the RMC version because that's my
4
favorite.
times Oblivion drop.
Oblivion drop. This one's yellow. I'm going to change it before I show you the POV. What should I do? Should I do green, red, white? I had it gold at one point. That looked really good. The green is just kind of hard to see. I think I'll do
Red and blue.
red. Yeah. This one right here. And blue, like you said. Oh wait, not that one. Not
Yellow
that
plus
blue.
Black. Black. My fat.
Alright guys, here we go. Perfect timing too. Look, it's right here. Let's do the look forward view. Let's show a few people so we can see how they move. Actually, I'll move it one more up. This coaster's main feature is the extreme G-forces, but it actually, I don't think it exceeds it. And you get some really crazy airtime right after this corner. Watch. Airtime hill number 1, and then this one literally yanks you to hell. Look at that. Oh my goodness. And then it's extreme positive G's too.
What is your opinions on Outer Banks?
I love Outer Banks, but not on a coaster of this scale. Jeez. A coaster of this scale, I felt like the like regular Banks would feel more extreme because
Hyperion would roll my soul, so I don't like Outer Banks.
how did Hyperia get so much hype? Like, it's, to me, it's just a regular coaster. I'm not seeing how it's so extremely popular. I feel like coasters with those type of layouts should just be normal.
UK doesn't have tall coasters,
Ah,
so it's a plus.
that makes sense. This inversion right here, I might change it to be a little bit smaller so it's kind of dragged out. There we go. I don't know what's wrong with my game. It got really, really bright, and even when I lower the brightness, it doesn't seem to change much. I think I do want to show you the wooden version as well. Oh, actually, what I want to show you is what Millennium Force would look like if
It's on
I
this
were
old
the
rock
designer.
road.
Oh. So let's just say I were the designer of Millennium Force. This is what the coaster would be instead. Here goes nothing. Same height, by the way, and same layout, but just different use of the layout. Some of the elements are changed. The banking is changed. You'll see.
If I was the designer of any coaster, I would be fired on the spot.
Actually, when I first redesigned this one, I put an outer bank on that first. Turn right there. Really nice near miss moment right there. Change that.
We hate Outer Banks.
We hate outer banks. I actually did this one, I think, in like 10 minutes. Minus the terrain. It may even have been less than 10 minutes.
I mean, we hate Hyperia with all.
Yeah, I can feel your hate, man. F-22 Raptor. Oh, this is not actually the F-22 Raptor. This was a different one. Um, let's see here. This is either a Giga
Have you
or a
seen Let's
Strata.
Game It Out Planco 2? It's torture to watch.
Let's game it out? Who's that? Or what's that? Well, I guess the answer to your question would be no then, in that case. I don't know what that is. I used the same song for this one as I did on the Millennium
Somebody
Force.
thinks he is the most genius at every game.
Oh, really? Wow. That must be torturous. But you must like it if you watch it, I guess.
So he made a really bad coaster in Planco 2 and said it was the best.
Oh, way. What I've realized is the people who make the game Planet Coaster 2.
Trees on the front of the train that spelled run.
Oh, really? What I've realized is the people who made the game Planet Coaster 2, they aren't really the best coaster designers either. Like a lot of the pre-built elements that are in the game, and I'm pretty sure some of these are made by YouTubers that they gave early access to, but some of these coasters aren't so smooth. They aren't so good either. They're just like,
That's because they did an event about Hyperia.
I think I have a layout of Hyperia in here. I won't share it because I know you hate Hyperia. Yeah, this one right here. Let's go ahead and show you the coaster beside it. Just a perfect example of one of the coasters that are built into the game. And this layout really confuses me. But I'm sure it's good for some. I'll give you a front bumper view for this one to give it the best possible shot at being smooth. Here, I'll even change it to be 10 a.m.
Do you know Saw the Ride?
Saw the Ride? I'm not sure. Is it in Europe? This is one of the coasters that's a blueprint in the game, like
With a flume and call it Saw
by
the Ride.
Frontier.
Yes.
I should make a YouTube video about fixing some of these coasters. Fixing the layouts. Well, not even the layout. Same layout, but just fixing some of the elements, I guess. Because these coasters scare me from a comfortability standpoint. Let's see. First of all, why is that even the route they chose
You
to
should
take?
go to the UK and ride some proper coasters. We don't have any proper coasters.
Oh, really? Okay. Alton Tower, or what is it, Thorn Park? I've really got to get back up on my theme park knowledge. So, do you want to know some history about me?
About them.
When I was a little bit younger, I thought it was a really
Green.
cool idea to make an Instagram account and make it
Silver
called
4.
Bolliger and Mabillard, basically B&M. I had the account and I made it basically posting B&M coasters, but I didn't disclose that it was a fan page. And that page like blew up. It got so much attention, and then one day it just got deleted out of nowhere. And from that day on, I kind of like fell out of love with being like a hyper coaster enthusiast, like I once was. But I just need to touch back up on some knowledge. I still love coasters, but man, that hurt.
You can't say B&M in the up. Because everyone thinks you mean the shop.
Is there a popular shop called B&M? What does that shop sell? Wow. I think this coaster is already a little bit better. Let's see.
B&M bargains.
Yeah, why did they do that? This is a really weird. Nah, 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 nah,
Just a
nah.
normal shop.
I gotta do something different with this. Ah, just a normal shop. Okay. I cannot allow that.
They should sell coasters though.
Would you buy a coaster, put it in your backyard? Oh my goodness, that would
Towers
be
include
amazing to have a
157 rooms
coaster.
for 1M. Yes. If I had room.
To have a coaster in your backyard would be amazing. 1 a.m. Oh my goodness. You have like my sleep schedule. I swear every night that I'm gonna go to sleep early, and then it's like 1 a.m. the next moment. Oh wait, I'm not doing that. I'll just make my own. What the heck?
It gets to the point where I'm like, well, might as well stay up all night now.
Yeah, might as well. I was like trying to connect it to their inversion, and then I was like, wait, that inversion already looks kind of
How about
wonky. Why
drinking
not
more
just make a
tea,
new one?
caffeine to power the sun?
I don't know why, but I've never really been super into coffee or energy drinks. I've just like never even really tried it that much. The only time I've had one is if somebody bought one and offered it to me.
Same, I just drink tea.
Yeah, same. Tea. This is just a better layout in general to have it do this rather than do that, I think. Oh, this would be a perfect moment for Outer Bank, but I'm not going to do
WST
it.
stain teach.
To save you from the agony, I won't do the outer bank there.
I hate outer
Oh, they
banks.
stain your teeth, yeah. Coffee and tea both stain your teeth. Energy drinks destroy your teeth. Everyone I know who loves energy drinks, I just pray for their future smile.
Dr. Pepper hits different at 2 am.
Dr. Pepper, root beer. Just make sure to wait 30 minutes before brushing your teeth after eating. Your teeth are very,
I know how to fix your smile. Ride the Smiler.
teeth are very
Here's a
vulnerable.
new smile.
Sheesh, 1 a.m. It's only, it's about to turn 8 p.m. here. Let me see what this looks like.
Damn.
Yeah, damn, for sure. The pacing is just really, really, really slow. Like for this coaster to be so small. I mean, so tall. And that's just really questionable. We're gonna do some heavy lifting here, guys. Actually, it's not that bad. It's just really tight. So it makes you think that it should be a little bit different. Mm. So when are you going to go to sleep? Sleep is very important. When you
My
smooth it, it
Mike is
just...
an actual idiot. He went around school and being the dumb he is, he shouted, "I've got gonorrhea."
Oh
Ick.
my goodness. Goodness. Well, I hope your friend recovers. Or you, if he was talking about you. I don't know.
He doesn't even know what it means.
Uh, horrible. Yeah, this is just... I don't really like it.
Do you live in the US?
Yeah, I live in the US on the East Coast. About 20 minutes from the White House.
Does the game Bogies exist?
I don't know what
Or
that
is it a
is.
UK thing?
Game bogeys. I don't know what that is. Or boogies. I don't know. I should have went to the gym today. It's not too late to work out, but it's definitely too late to go to the gym. So I'll probably do some push-ups and some pull-ups and some dips and stuff.
You start quiet and say bogeys, and each time you and your mates get outer, you play in public areas. Like a library.
Oh, maybe it exists. I don't know. I personally don't know.
Letter
But
asterisk.
uh, hmm. This music. Here we go. RMC El Toro. First roll into the first drop. Airtime hill into a stall. Nice speed, nice pace. Oh yeah. Some people would pass out on a coaster like this just from fear alone. Sheesh. Man, oh man. So let's go back to where we were. Working on the mountain coaster. Because that's what everybody seemed to like to watch. Can everybody who's watching right now go ahead and press
An
the like
hour
button?
later.
This is actually a little bit questionable now that I'm looking at it. I just don't like the way that it looks. But maybe we can just go ahead and hide it. Clever angles and stuff on the mountain.
I don't like the way Hyperia looks, but people still say that's good.
Hyperia, I think,
Maybe a
is
tunnel.
just. Oh, that's a good idea. Hyperia is just one of those coasters that has that look to it. I don't know how to describe it. So certain coasters are just going to be popular no matter what when they come out, just based on the way they look. And Hyperia is one of those coasters. Hang Time is another example of one of those coasters that just has that look. People just like it when they first see it. Let's see, what's another coaster? Banshee at Kings Island. One of those coasters that just has that look. I don't know how to describe it. Especially when the paint is so fresh and new. People will go crazy when they
I
see
know
it for
how
the
to get
first
a
time.
walk onto Smiler.
Smiler has that look as well. What's that B&M?
Go
I don't know if it's a hyper or if it's a...
2020. You get a walk-on.
Oh, wow, really? Um, Airy Force One is also a walk-on coaster because the park is just it's just not the popular park in the area. Fun Spot Atlanta is right down the street from Six Flags Over Georgia, so it makes more sense to go to the park that's bigger. Ah, really? Makes sense for people to be scared to ride like that. People getting their legs cut off, and it's the most inverted coaster in the world. Oh my goodness. Like when I found out that a girl got her legs bitten off by a shark at the beach near my house, I was like so shocked. So I couldn't imagine hearing about.
Wait until it crashes is a free walk-on for anyone who knows anything about coasters.
Oh my goodness. Could you imagine well no, Intimidator 305 wouldn't survive something like that. If Intimidator 305 has one major issue, I promise you it's getting demolished. I promise. No matter how much money they just spent on retheming it to Pantherion, I don't think that it's going to last. It may get moved. Maybe if they eventually replace Millennium Force, they'll put Intimidator 305 there. They'll upset everybody, but it's a better coaster at a better park. But I don't see them keeping Intimidator 305 because it doesn't fit the park. Like that's a...
Tyler, they just removed the word corrected from the halfway sign and the halfway audio.
It's such a good coaster, but only for coaster enthusiasts. You'll need a coaster like that to be at a park for that type of coaster. Like Cedar Point is a perfect park for Intimidator 305. Millennium Force is a perfect coaster for King's Dominion. It's a perfect giga that's not super intense. Intimidator 305 is like, you need to be an enthusiast to enjoy it. And King's Dominion just isn't that park anymore. It used to be an enthusiast park when it had Volcano and it had, what's that Sonic coaster? Sonic something. It was a launch coaster. It was like the fastest accelerating coaster in the world, actually. But yeah, something happened to King's Dominion over the way.
Oh.
King's Dominion is just trying too hard to compete with Busch Gardens, which is right down the street, as a theme park.
Has a picture of Dr. Eggman on it.
But people don't want a theme park at King's Dominion. They want an amusement park. Spinball? No, I don't think it was called Spinball. Or, okay, never mind. You're talking about something else, I think. A different coaster. Let me go back and read the comments. Ah, okay. Some parts of the coaster I don't...
Has a picture of Dr. Eggman on the support.
Some parts of the mountain I don't want to add trees to, like the interior parts, just so it can feel more cave-like. But on this part, I'm not sure if I want to make it a cave as well, or if I want to leave it open with no trees, or leave it open with trees. What do you guys think?
Add a tree to the train.
A tree to the train wouldn't work because... just because it's too tight over here. What I'm trying to do is have it... This is like a... I know it sounds crazy, but this is like a pre-drop. Then it drops you into the main coaster, which is in the mountain here. Then I want you to drop again and then have like a whole nother main coaster, but just at a lower elevation. Then drop again and then have another part of the main coaster down here. So it's like three coasters all in one layout. Kind of like how Six Flags Magic Mountain has, I keep mixing up the name of these RMCs, but I think it's called Twisted Colossus or Wicked Cyclops. I don't know. It's the green and blue RMC, and it duels.
A good
It's
coaster
supposed to
either needs
duel.
a good inversion or a lot of airtime. Am I right or am I right?
Um, I'd say a good coaster just needs to be, uh, it needs to have no dull moments other than the block section and the brakes. Because some coasters have no airtime and no inversions, like Intimidator 305, and those are still my favorites. It has, I think, one airtime moment on the whole ride.
We should have a coaster that has only stalls
Only stalls.
for
Jeez.
5 minutes long.
This coaster, just invert it so that the tracks are upright and have the whole coaster be upside down. Oh my goodness. Basically like this section. That would probably hurt. You'd probably have such a headache after that ride. You know what? The more I think
Inverted
about it,
coasters are
inverted coasters feel so advanced. Like just sitting in them, even the older ones,
invented by someone.
they feel so much more advanced than the coasters that you sit in and you ride on the tracks. They feel like something out of the future. I think that's why people really loved
Putting too
Volcano.
much baking offset.
Inverted coasters do love banking offset, but they're really, really good at creating positive and negative G forces. Like an element like this in real
Inverted
life, oh
coasters was
my
invented by
goodness.
someone putting too much banking offset on the track.
Do you know a really good example of a suspended coaster that doesn't get as much love as it deserves because it was made by a not so good manufacturer? Batwing at Six Flags America. It's actually a really good layout. I think I like it, but the coaster itself isn't so good, and the operations are terrible. So it has no chance of ever being loved. But if B&M made a coaster with that same layout and it gave you that same flying Superman experience, it would go crazy. I think they have
What
one
was
at
the least smooth coaster you went on?
least smooth coaster I've been on. Probably Anaconda at King's Dominion. That coaster has no reason to be that painful. It's just unbelievably painful. When I go to King's Dominion, if I'm with someone that I know doesn't like coasters already, I tell them to get on Intimidator 305, the most intense coaster in the world,
For me, it's
over
Golden Gate
Anaconda.
at Alton.
Oh, I'll have to check that one out. But Anaconda is a coaster that will ruin your day. So if you do want to ride it, I recommend riding it like the very last thing in the day. Your head will hurt, your rib cage will hurt, everything will be miserable after that moment. It sounds like an exaggeration, but it's so true. It like slams your rib cage into
So I'll
the.
go sleep now.
Okay, have a good night.
Or
Apocalypse, or what is it called? Firebird at Six Flags
tell
America.
myself I'm gonna sleep.
Tell yourself you're gonna sleep. You're gonna probably use your phone. Firebird at Kingston Six Flags America. That's one more example for you. That one bangs your head on the restraints, and it's a stand-up coaster at that, so it smushes your family jewels. But have a good night, man. What I'll do is I'll actually go ahead and end the stream right now as well. I'll stop giving you incentive to be awake because I also need to get some things done around the house. Have a good night, guys. I hope you enjoyed your Thanksgiving and Black Friday, and hopefully you enjoy the rest of your holidays as well. See you guys soon.